Welcome to Top Dogs, where we explore the history, the traditions, and the modern culture of this special day. From romantic gift giving to creative day ideas, we cover everything you need to remember. I messed that up. But anyways, so sit back, relax, and join us for an episode full of love and romance. That's kind of gay, but I'll roll with that.
Yeah, we don't judge.
Yes.
I mean, it's not gay if you keep your socks on. It's not gay if you keep your socks on. So
we don't have any socks on.
I'm about to say the only thing I'm wearing is I'm just wearing a handkerchief. Like, what socks are going over these fat legs?
Well, you do got stockings going on or something. Wait, what are they named? They're not stockings.
Well, it's not on this one. It's on the other avatar.
Okay. So if you guys have noticed, we are going to make introductions, which we want. Before we do ours, I want our partners to do it first, just out of respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I start. Okay. My name is Boumboum. I'm with Stream Arcadad for almost 10 years. I own a restaurant, and actually I wrote a book too. I'm really into human's rights, so I'm doing politics too and stuff like this. We bought a wonderful house 6 years ago. We have a little puppy with us, and we have really a kind of family, really nice family portrait right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's sweet.
So handsome. You're so
awesome.
handsome.
All right, your turn. Go on. Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like I'm on the spot now.
You'll see. It's nerve-wracking at first, but you'll get used to it.
I know,
Really
it's like you have everything in your head like you're going to say, and then it just goes away.
Yeah.
Goodness.
What do you do for a living?
I'm having a blank now. Right now, I am a full-time student, and I work in the educational field right now. I'm currently an EA, training to become a teacher, and that's my career, what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, I appreciate it. And then here's, of course, Besani.
Hi, everybody. My name is Besani. I am one of the videographers here at Top Dogs Podcast. You've heard these guys talk about me from time to time. But on top of that, I am also a full-time streamer on Twitch. And that's where you guys can find me when I'm not here.
Okay.
And I'm single.
I am just... Yeah.
And I'm single. And I am also single. I'm here representing the singles.
There's no love for Valentine's Day for me.
Nope.
Other than
Same here.
self-love,
No love.
that hand will be busy.
Very much so.
Speak for yourself.
But anyways, I am Fiction Boy, and the rest of us are just himbos.
Yeah, that's why my brain gets unplugged every day. It has a full-on
I'm not a
power reset
himbo.
every day. Well,
When
yeah,
I'm
but
saying
you're
the
not
rest
dumb.
of us, I mean the podcasters.
Yes.
Oh.
All three of us are dumb in our own ways. Most of our
Maybe,
brain cells
but,
go. Most of our brain cells go to our muscles, and then the rest of it disappears. That's what happens.
Yeah. Well, you guys have seen a few of my himbo moments. Me and my avatars fails in VR. Yeah, my husband saw the videos.
What was that one video that was posted on our short videos and TikTok? It was the one. What was it?
Tip?
It was yeah, the tip. Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I do not even know what I was actually going at when I said that. I forgot. I just thought
Man,
it'd be
what I was
funny.
trying
The
to
way you
say-
said it,
Oh,
the way you
very,
said it, though,
very.
it came off a little. It came off a little worrisome.
I mean, we were all like,
Worrisome.
What?
Jesus.
Like what?
Worrisome.
I was
very proud of what I said.
I was trying to say, like, I didn't get my tip cut off, and the more I was trying to say, the more I realized I couldn't speak, and the more I tried, the more like an idiot I looked. So at the end, I just like gave up and like, yeah, this.
But anyway,
I mean,
Oh boy.
mine was never cut off.
what?
Okay, let's not go back to this. All right, let's just like move on with the first question.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, I would say, actually, let's not start with the first question. I wanted to start off with, this is just for the boyfriend and the husband perspectives. So, from your husband, how did you meet your current husband, and how did everything go?
So how did I meet Stream Arcade? We went to Toronto furry convention called Fernald Connects. And actually, I was kind of in the bad mood when I went there because I had a fight with my boyfriend at the time, and some friends just convinced me to come, and I was okay. I'm gonna change my mind, so I'll go. And he was there, and actually, we had a friend in common. And when I get to its room to just meet him, our eyes just crossed and we fall in love immediately. He was with his boyfriend at that time. I was with mine, but the electricity was there, and we had a really great weekend. We didn't speak to each other for almost. But we saw each sometimes like a week or two, and we didn't see each other for 4 months. And when we see each other again in September, like 6 months later, he was single, I was single, and we just get together. And I slept to his place one night. And I don't know how to say one night, and actually I never left.
Yeah, like not even like a month after we're dating, and we're pretty much already living together. It was great. Like the moment we saw each other, like we felt like there's something about this guy. Like I don't know what it is, but there's something going on. We both felt it. It was really great.
I feel
Let
like.
me ask you a question too. Actually, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like any furry love relationship makes a better love story than Twilight.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I wanted to ask, who's the better cook?
Oh, it's
him.
definitely me.
Oh, yeah.
And I own a restaurant. It's just cooking. I love cooking, and he hates it. So,
I'm okay with cooking, but he's like everything he does. Like he'll look at a book, cookbook, a recipe. He's like, "Huh, okay," and then he just closes the book and goes off completely off. But he goes with a base and then makes something completely different, and it comes out like amazing every single time. I know I have no idea how he does it, but he's like an artist of ingredients. He would get along really well with Kofi actually.
Oh yeah, he would.
To know your herbs and spice. When you know your herb and spice, you can just do the flavor that you want for any dish. It's just, and you know how to mix them to go where you want to do, where you want to go. So it's all the flavor and everything. Is just knowing it.
Well, let me ask you a question, Boumboum. Could you make me a ratatouille?
Ratatouille, bien sûr. Yes, I can.
I would love that.
And actually, mine is the best one.
It is.
Oh, I need to
It's
try
really
it.
Oh yeah.
I have never had a ratatouille, but I would love to try one at least.
I come to Quebec, and I'm gonna do that.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you're closer than I am.
I didn't even know you
A little
like
bit.
that.
A little bit. You live in. You live up north.
For the time being. Anyways.
I mean, true.
Yeah. Before we get to me, I want to ask Bethany, how have things been for you? Bethany? Did she freeze?
I froze there for a minute. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was going to ask you a question. Now that since you're you and Whiplash, I can ask both of you to change it up just a little bit before I get to me. I was going to ask you guys, do you think that Valentine's Day can also be celebrated with people that are single?
I mean, a lot of people have come to know Valentine's Day, at least those who are single have known it as Singles Awareness Day. So, I guess, like, for me, it's just going to be another day, I do have plans to stream with a really close friend of mine to try to help, keep my mind off of it. But at the same time, I mean, let's just admit it, day after when all the candy goes on sale is not a bad way to look at Valentine's Day when you're single.
That's a good way to put it. I didn't consider that. Well, at least we're taking pictures now. What about you, Whiplash?
I mean, I think, like, even through my entire life, I've had, like, one relationship that went through Valentine's Day. So, to me, Valentine's Day is just another day for me at the moment. That's all I can really say. I feel like for single people, Valentine's Day is... It can be one of two ways. Either it's just another day, or unfortunately, it's just a look at the past, or feeling lonely on that day while the people enjoy being in a relationship with someone else. I'm sorry I take that to a depressing way, but it's just the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
What is it, Boumboum?
I have a question. Isn't it the best day to go on Grindr? The Valentine's Day?
I don't use Grindr. All right.
Whoa, that just went a direction.
I mean,
Grindr's gonna be busy.
I mean,
I
you
love
know
that
what?
question.
That's a very good answer.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it.
That's a very good
I never
point.
thought about that.
I don't use Grindr, so I wouldn't know. We'll ask Andreas. Andreas uses
I just like how
Grindr
he's,
religiously.
raising his hand. I just
He
like how
was
he's
so
raising
ready
his
to answer
hand.
this question.
Yeah, it's like I want to say something. It comes out with this bomb.
I just couldn't help it. I thought that was funny.
So happy, dude.
That was great.
I love that. I like how what made it great was the fact that you were very genuine about that question. I loved it.
To be fair, that might be like the most busiest days for all dating apps. Everyone coming in buying memberships.
Oh my god. The servers are crashing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Bark will be busy too.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll let you take the floor on this. The spotlight's on you, sweetie. It's just a story about how you and I met.
Oh gosh. That's a funny one.
Oh, I don't.
From one of our previous people on Top Dogs, if everyone remembers Conrad. I was friends with Conrad, and I used to hang out around him all the time. I used to just go and just hop worlds with him and just hang out at night. And I remember coming into this strange world that I can't even remember the name of. And then there's this weird bestie boy wearing a metal pot on its head with the derpiest face ever comes up to me, and that's fiction. and he comes up to me with this funny little gesture and just says, "This world is so much fun. There's all this stuff going on." And I just remember looking around, seeing all these Shibas and cars flying in the sky and things crashing everywhere. And I'm just here looking at him and this bestie boy. And we ended up just going off into at first I even think he even noticed me because he was so talking to Conrad the entire time, and I'm just kind of there and just looking at him, and then later on, after this little first meeting, I go to bed early, and the next day, I believe there was this rave club that all my friends were a part of called the Doghouse Rave Night. And I'm not really much into those parties. I mostly go just to hang out and talk with people because, I'm not all into that crazy rave partying like everyone else is. And then at that time, fiction comes into the world, and we ended up just kind of there talking and kind of trying to escape all the chaos that's ensuing in the world. And then eventually me and him just kind of go off, and he suggests we go somewhere else, and then he ends up taking me to a private instance, and ironically it's another Party Worlds where we sat there and we started talking, and talking led into some other things. I'm not gonna be too explicit here, but and then after that the rest is history. After that, then we just started seeing each other more and more after that.
Almost got a peek at Fiction's Pandora's box. That was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he almost gave you a
he's
peek.
very
By the way,
funny.
It just made me laugh all the time.
I am.
That's why this is why he's the angel of the group, and I'm the one that sends it in a gift card.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I was trying to say something else.
He's definitely not an angel.
I'm definitely not. What do you mean? Of course I am.
No, you're a bad boy. We all know
That was
it.
back when he used to
Just try
say he
to
was
cover it up.
wholesome. Back then, he used to say he was wholesome too.
He used to.
Trust me.
Fiction wholesome?
Trust me.
Really?
Well, he might be wholesome. So he might be wholesome to everyone else, but maybe he's different because it makes sense relationship wise.
Well, I mean, like how we act inside the relationship and versus like how we are outside. Like outside a relationship, me and my husband, he looks like the guy that is in control and is like doing the stuff and thing and like leading around. And he acts like probably the most mature out of us too. But when it's just me and him together, I swear to God, sometimes I feel like I've married a child because he does this thing sometimes, and it's super cute, it's super adorable. He does a bunch of little things that he doesn't do with other people, and it's like it's so funny. He makes me laugh all the time. Tiny little thing, little dancey moves he's gonna do, but he's not gonna do it in public, just like me and I, him and I.
I
great.
swear.
That's where I feel. That's where I feel like he does that to me too. He makes me open up more when we're together than when I'm out. Because when we're not together and I'm just out in the community, I'm just very reserved. I'm a very serious person when I go everywhere. But when I'm with him, I feel like I can be myself. He brings out another side of me that I didn't even know I had. But just whenever I'm with him, I don't know. Can't really explain it.
The best way to put it is that he's a female dog.
I'm holding back on
Okay.
saying something right now.
I know it's me too. I'm just gonna say
You
I
said
feel
female
like
dog. I'm like, shut up.
I feel like if I ever got into a relationship, I'd probably be the same way as your husband. I'd probably be the child. Be like the one that seems like I'm the one over everything, but behind doors or in public with someone I like, I'm just the child.
Oh, okay. Another thing I wanted to, and I kind of want to bring up this because it's kind of a funny argument, and maybe you and your husband has a funny argument about something that you guys can just continue arguing about, but it became an inside joke. So I'll use me for example so I can give you some context of what I'm trying to say. So my boyfriend will try to tell you that I asked him out first when actually it was him that did.
That's incorrect.
See what I mean?
Okay, those types of arguments. Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
We have plenty actually, but
Go ahead.
It's gotta be.
I think the towel one is a good one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
towels.
The towel is just. It's something that actually is a lot annoying about me is I left my towels everywhere in the house because I take bath and shower all the time because I love hot water, but I let them like everywhere in the house, and he's like, "Oh God, why are you leaving all the towel there?" And it's just he was like really pissed about it, and I just start to. You can continue it.
Okay, so like I'm taking a shower. I'm like, where are the towels? And I look, they're all about the house, but in the shower. And what's worse, they're in a pile, all wet. And I'm like, there's no more towels. I have to dry myself off with a wet, smelly towel. I'm like, God damn it. And then I go up to Billy like, hey, the towels, they go on the hook. And then he's like, not on the floor. And then he's like, well, I thought that's what you wanted. I'm like, oh, you little. And I start laughing. So he turns into a joke. So it's fun. Yeah, this is a classic.
And sometimes when I have to pick up the towels, I'm like, Stream, all your towels is all around the house, and I start to pick them and put them back to the bathroom, and it's like,
And I'm like,
what?
are you serious?
I turned that like a humor.
Well, you know
Yeah, he turns into a joke. The best way to approach situations like these.
what? No, wait, hold on. I got one. Hey, Besani, don't you have that kind of an argument with even your friends?
What do you mean? About
Like
towels?
the,
What?
no, the context. The context is like you have an argument. You have an argument with a friend or your partner or anybody really, someone that's close to you, about something that's so stupid it's funny.
Oh, you mean like calling you a cutie and you denying it?
I never denied that.
I do it. I
Okay.
deny it. I'll deny it until I die.
It's such a cutie fiction.
It's weird when you say it. Oh my god.
You see, my point exactly. My point exactly.
I like how my eyes got bigger when you said that, and I smiled like an idiot.
You played your you put yourself in that spot.
There's a-
Fiction. I'm like, God.
But
I just
there was
just like, oh, we did a good boy, and I was gonna give you head pats.
I'll give you a death stare, but then I wanted to give you a death stare, but I ended up smiling.
Yeah, and being cute and adorable. So no, that did not work according to plan.
Yeah, it did not.
What about you, Whiplash? Don't you have any situations like someone that you're close to? Well, obviously, Andres, you guys argue about stupid that's funny at this point.
We argue about anything and everything. Anything that exists in this world, we argue about it because it's just the way me and Andreas work together. But besides Andreas, with my other friends, ones I know personally, like that live near me, I mean, we argue about cars all the time and like what's in them and what happens here, what goes there, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But at a furry con, I'm in the same way like Stream right here. They throw towels everywhere. I'm like, why the f*** there's so many towels everywhere? Like, legit though, like at like FWA, because we go to FWA and Megaplex, like they'll just come out of the bathroom, towels on them, like doing the wraparound thing around the waist, and then they'll just like be fully dry. They'll just rip shit off and throw it on the ground. I'm like, bathrooms back in there, you know? You can take it in there.
That or dirty laundry all over the floor. That's the other thing I have to deal with on a daily basis. Like, there's a basket right there. Just throw it in there.
See,
Don't
my
let
like
them
main
on.
thing is I do not like.
It's so
I
complicated.
like being
Oh, come
clean.
on,
Like I
there's
like
two
no
baskets.
messes. And during a free convention,
Actually,
having
that's-
roommates that are not messy is so uncommon. Like I like clean, and then anytime I'm like removing people, and then there's just luggage and clothes and stickers and everywhere, I'm just like, oh my god,
What?
I just want this to be
This
clean.
is the reason. This is the reason I don't room with other people in conventions. Like me and my husband, it drives us nuts. Like we have no privacy. There's no place anywhere.
Stop looking at
It's
me.
a mess, and like
But your eyes
it's
are
really hard to
dilating.
deal with. Yeah, he also never blinks. By the way, just stare at him. He will death stare you till the end of the day.
Oh, that's what I do with this
It's
one.
like looking into a black hole.
I have the death stare.
Yeah,
But no,
into
you're
my
right
eyes.
though. I hate
I'm gonna have
messes so
to
much.
fix that
I
in
like.
fiction.
I hate messes so much. Oh my god.
So
Like in my
Whiplash,
room.
what you're saying is, you know, we can start an argument like, you know, how a 2JZ belongs in a Nissan Maxima.
Oh lord.
I mean, that's just if you can make it rear-wheel drive and go ahead.
Yeah, fiction. You need
Okay.
to work on your puppeteering with your controller because you're tail wagging like
I
crazy
tried.
right now.
It's like
Because
I
I'm-
said something
It's
about
because
everywhere.
I'm
and
happy.
you went-
Oh,
Look who's here.
Yeah, I understand the feeling. Same with my husband.
Mom, I
Oh,
think
it is. Hold on, let's see. Yep, that way.
Get back over here.
It's because whenever I'm in your lap, your tail wag.
Because I'm
Like, I'm like,
excited.
oh yeah, I put my wedding ring on the hand too as well. I need to put it on your avatar
Oh,
as
that's
well.
cool. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on your avatar. I'm gonna put the wedding ring.
But anyways,
Aww.
I don't want. That is adorable though.
That's adorable.
I was gonna ask a very interesting question though that you guys maybe I think Whiplash and Besani could explain. So, how do you think people can find meaningful connection in the digital world?
Well,
I mean,
I think with
you know,
me,
we've got this. We've got VR chat. This is a good start.
here's my thing is when I want to explain to people when they get on VR chat, because I mean there's a ton of furries in this game and that's great, and there's a lot of people who find relationships through this game, which is also great. But I say when it comes to finding relationships with people in VR chat, you find them out for the person they are behind the avatar. You just don't like them for the avatar they're in because there's an entirely, different person behind that avatar, and you try to find out how they are. Because I mean, from what I've seen with some people who get in relationships through VR chat, they don't get to know the person behind it. They just fall in love with them because of what they're using in a game, pretty much. And a lot of those relationships do fail. I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
it personally in my own eyes.
Well, you're long distance relationships are very difficult, and then you put like another layer of using a digital character. I mean, like I portray this character on VR chat and on TikTok, but I'm not quite exactly the same as I am in real life. My avatar, me in VR, I have a lot of self-confidence, and I can be more timid on some certain things when it comes to real life. But where I'm not like 100%, I'm probably like 85, 90%, maybe less. I don't know. I would need somebody else to tell me that because we're really bad judges for ourselves. But
Oh, yeah.
I can back that for sure because I think it makes it even more complicated.
Yeah, and that's
you,
the thing.
you met your
Long-distance relationships-
partner. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
I was
you
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
you met your partner in real life, right? You didn't meet him on
Yes.
VR, correct?
Yeah. No, we didn't meet
and
on
that's
VR.
where I find it to be easier for people who get into relationships when the person is when you meet them in your area because of being able to kind of have that dating atmosphere. I feel like when you're online, it's a little bit more difficult because you're having to compromise for a lot of the I call them the dating steps that you have when you meet someone outside, because not only do you get to spend time, but you also get that separation too, and having that opportunity to miss each other, where on here you kind of are always together and you're always talking. Plus just being able to physically be with someone too.
Well,
And just
the
being
thing
able to
is,
set up plans and dates and stuff like that. But I find it
You go
like
ahead.
when you date on the digital world, I feel like when you're finding that person to be with, you kind of have to know what your expectations are. with that person before you even start to do something.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, in VR chat, especially if you find someone and you date someone in VR chat, here's like how I put it as: it's very hard for someone to really stay in a monogamous relationship when it comes to VR chats and furries, because we know what we all are. We're horny bastards. Well, maybe me, but I'm not sure about you two.
I don't get sexually active in VR. I just don't find the point of it, honestly. And I got my lovely husband every night, so I'm good.
I mean, see, that makes sense for you. But here's the thing is, I don't get pleasure from it either. Trust me, I have no sensitivity or phantom sense in this game. But when it comes to aspects, really, like, the other aspects, that's not us, just us 5 or 6, 7, 8, who's in here. There's a lot of furries to do stuff in this game, and even people who are in a monogamous relationship will still do stuff with other people regardless behind their partner's back. So having a relationship in VR chat that's solid and monogamous is kind of difficult. You two have been making it work, which I'm proud of. I'm glad you guys are.
We're not monogamous.
Oh well, never mind. How about you, Stream?
See, I actually have a lot of argument to a lot of this. Just kind of like in my own personal thing.
Okay.
Like for me, let's go back to, the whole like getting to know somebody like beyond their avatar. Like one of the big things is, especially when I start getting to know people, one of the things I really like to do is ask them, hey, do you have a Discord? And then from there, I begin a dialogue with them. And from there, like if we actually we start working through things together, I always offer to play a get to know you game that it plays kind of like 20 questions, but it never really ends. Where somebody asks you a question of saying hey, what's your favorite food? And then, the other person responds, but then you then answer your own questions. That way you don't have to go back and forth repeatedly with the same question. But, one of the things that I do like to do, and, it's based purely off of the person that, I'm talking to, that, during the process of getting to know somebody, I'm like, hey, would you like to exchange pictures with one another? And, more times than not, I get an, oh yeah, sure, why not? And then it's at that moment that I actually get to see the person for who they truly are. You don't get to, you strip off the avatar and you get to see the person who's, behind the headset and the controllers. And then from there, things can, get a lot deeper. And then on the argument of, VR chat or, long distance relationships being difficult, that's one of the very unique things about VR chat. And this was actually a discussion that I had last night with a friend of mine, that VR chat bridges gaps. I mean, you guys are in Canada. Whiplash is down in the south, fiction's up in the north. Yet here we all are in the same room together. Sure, It's a virtual world. It's a virtual room. But we're all here together in one room. We have bridged the distance across the world to all be here at the same time. Therefore, I would almost argue it easier to be able to handle a long distance relationship having something like VR chat, especially, if you're new into the dating world and wanting to get to know somebody, who's further away.
I mean, I wasn't denying the fact that it's easier to hang out with someone who's let's say someone lives in North Carolina, the other person lives in California. I mean, being on here is a great, it's a good my brain went dumb for a second. It's a great connection, pretty much, because most people can't just be fly all the way across the country just to see their boyfriend or girlfriend for a couple days, when they could just both get on VR chat and just chill out in the chill out world and just hang out, do stuff, talk with just each other, be able to see the avatar they're using, and just enjoy time spending with their special someone. My thing was like a lot of people don't do the get their Telegram name or Discord name and just start actual talking to someone behind that person, like behind the avatar. Usually, from what I've seen, it doesn't usually get to that point. It just they keep talking with each other on Discord or on the VR chat. But that's how I do mine too. I get their Discord and Telegram and I talk to them for who they are, not just an avatar they're using.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's I wasn't saying that you were arguing it. I was just kind of like giving my view on that of like hey, these things can work, and we have we live in a very unique era where we can make things like this happen. Versus say 10, 20 years ago when we were stuck to just say MSN chat rooms or text messaging somebody over the phone. Here
MSN. Oh, I remember.
Yeah, I'm dating myself here, I know, but yeah,
yep,
no, we have a very unique opportunity here to like I said, to bridge gaps. So
one thing I want to
really
mention
cool.
about long distance relationship is I know there's a lot of people through VR chat that are into it, but the thing is with long distance relationship is you always see each other in the best of times, in a good mood, and you have time to miss each other out. But I think a true couple, they will get challenged the moment they start living together, but because now you're not only seeing each other in your best of days, but the lesser days as well. And figuring out how you're going to cooperate, make compromises, because, being in a relationship is all about the art of compromise and learning to communicate as well. So it's me, my husband, and I, when we started dating, within a month, he was pretty much we were living together. We knew right off the bat things would work. We had to find out how we would compromise on certain things and learn to live with each other. And it was quite a process. It was something new for me. I've never really experienced that before, and I'd say we had our ups and downs, but this is really, it ended up turning out great. And this is the thing, I've seen people, they were dating, they were having long distance relationship for a year and a half, 2 years, and the moment they moved in, oh boy, it didn't go so well, it didn't end well. So I feel really sad, but I think that people, they're wow, it's only been a month, don't you think it's early to be living together? I'm no, I don't think so. If it feels right, you should go for it. And you know what, you'll figure out really quickly if you're meant to live with this person or not. And if you need to work on yourself as well, because I've realized I had to do a lot of work on myself, which I'm really proud I've done, and my husband always pushes me to become a better person as well.
If I was to ask you something real quick, when the compromises and the boundaries that you guys put in place, was it difficult for you to do it at first?
You want to go first?
Or go.
I've used to avoid arguments and fights a lot. So I didn't set up any limits in my relationship until a very later date, and I was realizing that at some point you need to have an argument. You need to have a fight at worst, but both need to communicate and set up limits on what we can and cannot take or approve or we accept. It took me a very long time before doing that, and I've realized that if I didn't set any limits, he was looking for them. He was looking for what my limits are so he can respect it, but I didn't show any limit, and it was starting to affect my relationship. My love towards him was starting to be affected because I felt like I was starting to lose myself. But the moment I started consulting, and he helped me out a lot, and he was like, no, if there's something wrong, you need to tell me about it. I'm like, okay, this might trigger a fight or an argument, but I have to talk about it. And he was like, why would that have created an argument or a fight? I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm like, wow, I'm putting all these scenarios in my head, and I'm making things way more complicated than they actually are. So just be honest, speak your heart out, and communicate. and it ended up going pretty well after that. Honestly, I've made major improvements. Our relationship went a whole lot better because we've been 10 years together, so there's a lot of stuff that has happened. And every fight and argument you get over with just makes your relationship stronger, and it makes it better every single time. So don't be scared of fights and arguments. They're healthy for the couple in the long run.
You're saying that people. What do you say to people who try to avoid fights or try to not get in an argument?
Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're gonna end up losing and forgetting about yourself because you're trying to avoid fights, but you're not setting up limits, and you will start losing the love and affection for the person you're supposed to be in love with. And I was starting to have some of those feelings, and it freaked me out. I was really worried because I didn't want that. And I consulted and I realized what it was, and I made immediate changes. And yeah, just speak out. It's important to speak. It's okay to have arguments. A couple that doesn't have arguments or fight, something is wrong. Something is happening, and something's gonna blow up at some point. So talk, communicate.
Okay.
It's like they say, communication is very, very important in a relationship, whether you're monogamous, polyamorous, whether you're married or you're dating. People cannot stress enough just how important communication is, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You have to be open. You have to be honest with each other.
Yeah. I thought I was a very communicative person. I thought I was a person that communicated a lot, and I was so wrong. I didn't set any limits. I didn't say what pissed me off, what I was okay with. I didn't tell him any of that. He was just trying to understand me, and I didn't show any of those things. And what I've realized is, when you think you communicate enough, think again. Do it more, because we never communicate enough. I thought I did. I wasn't, and I do more now.
And an argument is communication, actually.
Yeah, it is.
What about
on my side? My biggest challenge was more about. Sorry, I was just trying to find my words in English. Sorry. Insecurity. A lot of insecurity, because I've been through a lot in my life, and I was always scared to lose Stream all the time. And actually, when he go in the project, he create a bubble so thick that we cannot just reach him out. In his office, not a office, but the garage.
The garage.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's in the garage. He's working all night, and it's just, I still exist, and but it's my own insecurity. It's just I felt like he don't want me anymore or anything, so I have to battle this. It was my home battle, actually, and it's to learn how to be intimate together.
Yeah, he was. I was freaking him out about that. So when he told me he had insecurities about that, the fact that he felt left out, basically, when I would go in the garage and being a Tinker9 and working on stuff. So since we're a team, I had to do my part to help him out as well. So I told him, you know what? The fact that you're letting me tinker in the garage, get those ideas out of my head into something physical, makes it so that I love you even more. And I'm proud to be your husband, because you accept every hobbies and things that I do. You've always been there for me. So it's amazing. I mean, we have to work together. If something is going wrong, it's important that the communication is there between the two partners. He communicated with me that he felt kind of left out when he was in the garage, and we addressed That's the problem. We talked about it, and I reassured him. And at the end, he was actually bringing me a beer every time I was working. The guy was like, "Hey, just wanted to give you a little something while I was working." I'm like, "I love you so much."
It was my way to get some attention. It's just, I'm gonna bring in this beer, so he's gonna kiss me. Yay!
It worked. It definitely worked.
You see, sorry, my throat is bothering me. So I guess my next question is, what is a pet peeve stream that your husband does? And you tell me your biggest pet peeve with stream.
His pet peeves, des trucs qui te dérangent. Des irritants. Yeah, so I think
Now we're getting into it.
his paperwork. His paperwork laid all over the living room or like on the table and stuff. There's papers everywhere. That is probably my biggest pet peeve. That would be that. Yeah. He's more of the chaotic type of organization. I have folders and files and little tags and boxes. He has them like tables and he lays like every pile and everything so he sees them, because if he doesn't see them, they disappear in his head, you know? So that's like ADHD brain. This is like that. So I totally understand that. So that's mine. But I live with it, honestly. Like, a relationship is, there's going to be pros, there's going to be cons. As long as the pros outweighs the con, you're fine. And, you know, that's a small con, yes, but there's so many pros. So I'm good. What about you?
If I put the imbo aside, there's the thing is, I always say, it's the first time that I blah blah blah.
Oh.
It's the first time that it's just start to annoying me, because it's the first time we go in that country. Yeah, it's the first time that we try to eat that thing. It's just, and he was like super impressed all the time. It's the first time.
Yeah, I do say that very often. I'm like overwhelmed by everything all the time. I'm like a child, honestly.
But it's
All right.
annoying, but it's cute annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like I was saying with the paperwork.
All right.
Or maybe it's when he take a shower and is just doing.
Yeah, I got I got phlegm in my throat, and I keep gagging
all the time, and I'm like, ew.
Ew, I married that guy. Damn it! What am I doing with my life?
All right.
He's so
you know
like
what?
a real top, you know, the real top that's bark, not bark, but just fart and everything, and I'm just the perfect
bark,
bottom. Hide everything that's supposed to be gross.
Yeah, no class at all.
Let me
Like,
let me
I
ask
think
you. Yeah, Amon, I'm gonna start with you. What is your biggest pet peeve with me? I'm kind of scared to know that because I don't even know.
Ooh, we have to
Oh
do
my
questions
God.
the week after that.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Well, I would say the biggest pet peeve that he ever mentioned to me, it was something he actually mentioned to Colton when he was at his house. He would lay in the bed with his shoes on. And he would cover himself while wearing his shoes. That was like my biggest pet peeve ever. Like that, just alone with the germs and the shoes and on where you sleep. And then I'm OCD about my bed. Like it has to be made every day. Because you know, you can have the worst day. You can have the worst day ever, like the worst day ever. But the one thing that you need to have is, after going out there into the world and having this horrible day, at least you know that you're going to come back home to a nice bed. That's why I think everyone should make their bed before going to work.
My biggest pet peeve with you is when I'm trying to talk about something serious and you kind of like not talk about it by saying, "I love you, baby." I hate that.
Oh no.
That's your way of
think it's
touching
more
my
of like,
serious
I just don't know
conversation.
how to respond to it. I'll just be there and he'll ask me a question that just completely blindsides me, and I just sit there like I don't know.
You're like, "I love you."
I love you.
Jet, fuck.
The other thing that I do find annoying that he does do is like Every time I have my back turned towards him, he just wants to grab my buttocks every time.
That's
I mean, I see that as a good thing.
It's because it's.
I mean, why
That's
not?
fine. Jet,
Yeah.
alright.
Hold on, my
Hey.
tracker turned off.
Fiction, the thing is 4
Fucking
against
leg,
1.
my leg is.
Okay, there we go. Got it.
Oh, you okay?
There we go.
Wait, stream, are you
my
okay?
Oh god.
Jet, go play some. Go. Oh my god, such a brat. I'm broken.
Reminds me of
Sorry,
Leo.
guys. I'll just ignore him. Hopefully he doesn't. There you go. Came back.
I thought you were doing
What's the
karate
point?
earlier.
That's
You were all
not
like,
bad, but
"What?" in your chair, and I'm
he
like, "Are
attacks
you
my
okay?"
computer.
Yeah, he's pulling on my legs right now. Sorry. Sorry
What
for
a-
interrupting like that.
Good. And my last pet peeve with him is that if I'm laying down and I'm sleeping, he tries to like wrap his legs around mine. I'm like, stop it, get off. And he's like, he tries to do it again.
Okay, you
That's
know what?
just
I'm
when
like
we're
that actually
cuddling.
too.
You're not even asleep. You're not even trying to sleep.
You were trying to wrap your legs around mine when I was trying to relax.
Mm-hmm.
It was too hot.
Fiction. I kind of get that fiction. I get hot very quickly, especially when cuddling.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start off with this. We've been delaying this for too long. We are going to say, what is the question of the week? What are some unique ideas for celebrating for Valentine's Day? Now that's a good question to ask. Netflix and
Lemons.
chill, obviously. What?
What?
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
Or buy something from Stream's side gig he has.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
So-
That's it's a real Valentine's gift for you.
okay,
What?
I'll put a little extra freebies in it. In your order.
Question.
moving forward,
Oh, yes, Boumboum, what do you want to say?
be sure to.
Actually,
Oh, yeah, wait,
Valentine's Day, and we say about the thing that is the most annoying to about our boyfriend and everything. We should also have the question what we love the most, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I will get to that. Just let me finish the
Yeah.
quick. I
Okay,
just real
yeah.
quick. And don't forget your line stream.
Yeah,
Watching
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm watching you. All right, so yes,
Yeah, I know
ladies and
you never
gentlemen,
blink.
please. I know.
Full on.
So subscribe. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, and once you do, hit that notification bell. It will notify you with each of our videos. And be sure to follow us on our audio platforms and leave us a rating, as that will help us a lot. Join our Discord and Telegram chats. All this information is found in our I keep forgetting what it's called.
Our link tree down below.
It's our link tree down below. And if you don't, Whiplash might give you a kiss with some lipstick.
Oh my god, he's such a creep every time he does it. Like,
I
slow
mean-
going forward with the camera.
I mean, here's the thing is, I could definitely give him a kiss, but the lipstick's a different kind of lipstick.
What does that mean?
Oh,
that
you don't
mean?
know it. Oh, you don't know what it means? Okay.
Come on, sweetie. You know exactly what it means.
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
This is why I'm the wholesome
too
one, I guess.
wholesome.
So precious.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah.
What do you want the
Alright,
viewers
so-
tell you? How about that?
All right, so calling all of our Top Dogs fan, you guys want some cool stuff? Well, you can actually by subscribing to our server subscriptions on our Discord. You can become a podcast supporter today. Get exclusive raw and uncut footage of your favorite podcast episodes. Join supporter meetups and talk with other podcast supporters and the team. Plus, you get a custom-made paw emoji and other goodies that come with our $2.99 subscription per month. But wait, there's more. If you upgrade to the podcast supporter plus and get episode voting, supporter feedback, and live audience for only $5.99 a month. Plus, get sneak peeks of upcoming ideas, merchandising, and more. You don't have to join these subscriptions to be part of the Discord, but it does help us. It helps us out quite a bit. So thank you so much for all of your support.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before I get to I know Bumba wants me to ask this question, but I want to do this. So Whiplash and Besani,
Mm-hmm.
both of you, how much relationship experience do you guys have?
I was actually in a 14-year relationship with somebody, and 7 of which was actually married to them. So I actually have been married and am now divorced. And then obviously, like, between school and, like, in between then, like, I've had relationships, but, like, I know what it's like to move in with somebody and, actually, like, be in, like, a marriage with someone, and what it's like to be with somebody for, a fairly extensive period of time. So, yeah.
Okay. God, Whiplash.
I think my longest relationship was 2 years, and that was like going from the end of high school to college, and it just kind of like dissipated because they moved to a faraway college. Pretty much, they went to Tennessee versus me just staying down where I live at, and it just kind of like went from there. But I mean, I've had relationships here and there between them, but not many. So when it comes to my relationship status, it's not as much as a lot of people have, more than likely.
Do you think it's okay for, like, do you think it's okay to be single? Like, sometimes you think that's fine just to be that. You don't necessarily need to have a relationship.
In my opinion, I think you should do what makes you happy. If you enjoy being single and just enjoying having friends, having a good friendship with people, rather than maybe having to deal with a relationship, or if you want to be in a relationship with someone, just do what makes you happy. Because everyone is going to have their own different takes on it. Some people like being single, some people are asexual. You know what that means. I mean, Hope, do you know what that means?
I know what asexual means.
Yeah, some people are asexual. They don't get any sort of like sexual.
Sorry. My
No,
husband
you're
is trying faces. He's puppeteering his avatar. That's funny. Sorry, keep going. Never
No,
mind.
you're good. But some people are aromantic, some people are asexual. Aromantic means they can't find love with anyone. Asexual means they find no sexuality with people. But people are different in their own ways, and just do what makes you happy. If you want to have a relationship with someone, then do it. If you want to be single, then do that.
Okay. You got an opinion, Besani?
I mean, I'm honestly with Whiplash on this one. Like, I have friends who are aro and ace, and you know what? It's perfectly good for them because they can still find love in friends. They can find love in family, and you know what? That fulfills their lives. And then, you've got the people like myself where eventually I would like to find another relationship. I mean, it's been 5 years since my divorce, and, I think I'm ready to hit the saddle again. So, I mean, it's purely up to the person. Yeah, no, it's purely based on the person. So, I mean, never let your feelings stop you from finding happiness in your life. You do what feels right in the heart.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask this. Now we can answer this. Sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is the one thing that you love the most about me?
Your heart.
And what do you mean by that?
With how caring and loving you are, I think especially out of any relationship that I've had, I've never been with someone who loved me as much as you do.
Aww.
That's sweet.
I do talk a lot. And everybody can vouch this. I talk a lot about you to all these people.
You do. You very much do.
Oh, that means they must know about some of my problems.
Oh no,
Yeah, I don't
only
think pictures are. Nah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can tell you one problem I don't mind telling.
Oh, what's that?
Every time somebody calls him, someone thinks he's a woman every time. That's a problem sometimes.
Oh, I thought he was going to talk about my purses. That's what I thought he was going to talk about. Okay.
Oh my
Oh, he does have a
Good.
huge...
Then no one hears about
I
that.
did talk about your purses too, actually.
god.
You guys told us that. I think you've told us before that they call Amon a woman. I think you said that one before.
Yes. Like somebody would call him and they assume he's a woman. You've had that happen to you a couple of times from what I've understood.
Yep. Well, except now I'm getting the total opposite because, as you know, bottom. Now every day at work, because the kids can never say my name correctly, they actually call me Mr. Dom. That's actually what my name from the children everywhere I go. Mr.
Mr.
Dom.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Every time I just keep thinking, well, that's not true.
He's obviously the man of this relationship, if you guys couldn't tell.
Oh yeah.
Like
The
Dom.
one thing he scares about me is his obsession over Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah. Love
I
Christmas.
mean, Christmas is fun though.
I thought we're supposed to be talking about stuff we love about our SOs.
But I do love
Yeah.
his. But what I was gonna say is that I do love his spirituality towards it. His heart is very selfless.
So
when
that's
it
the
comes
reason
to-
why you're in love with him. His spirituality.
Yeah, and his booty
Yeah.
too.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
of course.
Okay.
If you
I
thought Christmas
mean,
was here,
had to
I've
be
been
something
decorating
in
for
there.
all the
I'm in
seasons.
heaven on that side, booty wise. I'm really in a good spot. Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'm sure there's some people who would like my booty. Too bad I only. But
you show it off a lot.
I do show it off a lot.
So do you?
And he's got a nice butt. I mean, I've seen it on your Twitter.
You actually do have a really good butt whiplash. I will confirm that.
You gotta
Well,
do
thank
the
you.
squats every day.
I'm gonna do
I
this.
do. I squat. It's so
If
firm.
anybody
I
can
probably
find
start
Whiplash's
walking.
Twitter, check out his Twitter. You might find butt.
You can follow my normal Twitter, please.
Normal Twitter.
The normal Twitter, not the other
Normal
Twitter.
Twitter.
That one is for if you find it. That one's just left out there in the void.
Good luck finding it. But Boumboum,
Yes.
what do you love about your husband the most?
Yes, is joie de vivre. Is always like interesting about everything. With his eyes, he speak with his eyes. How and like everything that he learned new is like always passionate about everything, and he's passionate about me.
Yeah.
And it's really wonderful to see how he's passionate, how he look at me, and I'm like the greatest thing is in his life, and I see the way he see me, and I feel so loved. Love.
Oh. Oh, you're too sweet. Oh. I gotta say, I think
And
me,
he got a
what I
great
love
ass.
yeah, I got some decent cakes too. I gotta say, my avatar's cake is not exaggerated. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. I think to me, for my husband, what I love the most about him is the fact that he encourages me in everything that I do, and he doesn't judge. Even though he's not into it, he will encourage me. He encouraged me to take drama classes. He encouraged me to be on this, he's behind me with the podcast. He's got my back. He's encouraging me with my business. Like every hobby project I've done, I've always got his back. And he encourages me in everything I do. And the things like just everyday life with him is just great.
Get some
He does
water.
these tiny little things that makes me laugh. He's got his own little unique sense of humor, and I just love it when he's like super happy and he does like those little dance when there's a good song that comes up, like Katy Perry thing. Like he loves Katy Perry, and I'm okay. I love Katy Perry too. So every time like Teenage Dream is coming on, he does those little dance moves. I'm like, oh, you're so
It
cute.
sounds like a
I
Mon.
love
My
you.
boyfriend has something he would do.
And his cooking is amazing as well. Like every time he does something nice for dinner, I'm really overwhelmed. I can't speak right now for some reason.
Oh,
But yeah.
oh, you know what? I have an idea. Stream. Whiplash would make a
Yeah.
really good-looking Cupid. Just look at him.
Cupid. Oh yeah, he's red and white.
Let's make him a Cupid.
That
That should be the thumbnail. Let's make Whiplash a Cupid.
There you go.
Our graphic
Hey,
team
look.
will sure take care of that.
Look, legitimately, I don't want to spread love and happiness. I mean, happiness, sure. I just want to spread love and destruction.
No, you want to spread legs.
Yeah, true. I'll spread my legs so someone can get below them.
Jesus Christ.
What? You still don't know what
I
lipstick
am
means?
not going down this path right now.
No, I'm not
You do
either.
it later, Bethany.
All right, hold on. Okay, another question. I'm gonna assume that Boumboum is the man of the relationship here.
Yeah, mostly speaking, yeah. But we share roles. That's the thing. It's not like 100%.
Okay, just so you
How
know.
good switches work.
Yeah, we're not
So-
like an on and off switch. It's a dimmer. You adjust it.
So this is my relationship different from yours. Well, obviously we know he's the man of the relationship, but he's the one that does not want to propose.
Oh,
That's
Why
not
not?
saying that I'm doing that right now. He wants to be the girl of the
Well,
relationship.
I will say if he wants me to take that opportunity away from him, I'll do it.
He prefers me to do it though.
I prefer to give
there
it.
it
lost Whiplash. Whiplash disconnected.
Oh dear.
Oh no. But I guess we'll
Oh,
continue
no.
on. That's worse. Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get a
Oh.
are we gonna get
Okay.
a
The universe
proposal here on
Okay.
our love
Attracted
stream?
to-
Let's do this. I got an idea. So, okay.
You
Stream.
want to know who did it?
There we go.
Go ahead.
No, we're gonna play a little mini game between. I'm gonna ask your husband a question about you, and you get to ask
Yep.
my boyfriend a question. And the thing is, they have to be truthful, and it could be anything.
Okay.
Dear.
Besides something that's very, of course, not negative or dark, but we
Yeah. no.
leave those off the table. Something. Let's see. So, Bumbo, I'm gonna ask you: is he the type of dude that will take over the whole entire bed and just take all the covers?
Nope. I'm the one who do that.
That felt personal.
I will sleep on 1 foot of bedding if I need to. I will do it. We got a king size bed now, so we're all set. But I mean, Thunder
Nice.
Jet sleeps on top of the bed, so yeah, we got plenty of room. But no, I don't take all the
Alright.
room.
And now my CPAP with my CPAP actually is the machine that helped me to breathe during we sleep.
Sleep apnea.
The
Yeah.
cord don't go to the other side of the bed, so if he sleep to the other side of the bed, I can not even hug him because my CPAP just.
No, he
My
can't
bad.
reach me. So if I go on the
Yeah.
edge of the bed, that like I used to do when we had a queen size bed, he's not able to reach it. He's like, well, no cuddles then. Oh well.
Oh, I hear the jet.
Okay. Yeah. He wants to play. It's been an hour, so. It's a really good question. Actually, I really like. Can I ask that question to Amon as well? Does fiction
Oh,
take
you're gonna ask me
the
that?
whole place in the bed?
Yes.
No, I don't. It's you.
He was like, no.
And here we
He
are
was
with one of
saying
those
no.
cute arguments. Who takes it? No, it's you.
Well, he said one time because we were at my grandma's house for Thanksgiving. We were laying there, and I was on the bed. Well, the problem was he was pushing me off the bed, and then when I woke up, he had taken all the blankets, including the sheets and everything, and I was just over here, woken up with nothing.
Who cooks
All right.
better in your relationship?
Actually, I never seen or experienced him cooking yet. We haven't had that opportunity yet.
Oh,
And I'll be honest, you guys have set the bar way high up there because, I mean, the fact that
well, you guys are still
he lives with.
you have plenty of time.
I know how to make all of the food that my family taught me how to make, and mostly Mexican food because
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'll ask
that's
this.
about it.
I mean, nothing wrong with
I'll
that.
ask this. If I was to ask this, if there's a way to ask it without sounding bad, you know what? I won't ask that question, but I will ask this
Why not?
No, go ahead and ask
because
it.
I don't know how to word it
Yeah, why
correctly.
Well, is it? Huh?
Come back to it later then.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we're
I'll come
running
back
out
to
of
it
time,
later.
Actually, so let's go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead.
well, let's do this. Okay. Do you think? I'm just asking. Do you think, Obama? Do you think your husband will look good in a skirt?
No.
No.
But actually, he wear some kilt.
Oh, that.
Well, he wore a kilt.
Oh yeah, and that's sexy.
Yeah, just
Mm.
Oh, he wears a kilt too. I'm like, oh, don't go. Just stay here.
And the funniest thing is, I own a restaurant, and he was like working in my restaurant, doing some electronic and everything, and he was putting his kilt, and he went up to the ladders to put some spotlight, but he didn't put some underwear, so all the customer can see his dong.
Oh no!
I had forgotten about that. I was taking care of the spotlights. And I wore my kilt because it was like we had a theme going on, and I just went up the ladder in between clients. They literally like, oh shit. Like
I thought
literally,
you weren't supposed to
forgot
wear
about that.
underwear with kilts. I thought
You're
you were
not supposed to.
definitely not
you're not supposed to.
See?
No, you're not supposed
I
to go
wish.
up a ladder, no, neither in the restaurant with the kilt on.
Hey, it's just a
Oh, that was
dinner
a
show.
moment.
All right, one more. You can ask my boyfriend one more question. Go ahead. Give it your best shot.
Do you want to ask him a question? I'll let you ask that last one.
What is a perfect date for you?
With me and him?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah,
actually had
like-
one already.
Oh yeah.
No, but
I'm
Amon,
curious about-
what would be the perfect date that fiction can organize for you?
Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm usually the one that does the date planning
Oh.
in the relationship. So I wouldn't really know. There's been not a lot of experiences I've had with dates with people, but I guess with me is just spending the whole day with him, no matter what it is. If we decide to go out to like a restaurant, or if he decides to cook dinner and we stayed home and just stayed in our pajamas all day, or we really can go either way. And it would be
We
perfect
did actually
for
go
me.
to one date, which was you took me to a family-owned Mexican restaurant that your family owns,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, that was really cool.
What was it? Your aunt?
Yeah, it was my aunt. It was cachina and Flagstaff. My whole family, they have
Did
a
she
history of
compliment I
owning
was a good-looking man
restaurants.
in front of you? I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah. I think she was just happy that I brought a man to the restaurant in general. I think it was her. But my family is very traditional Mexican family. So you bring one guy, then everyone is all there looking at us. I mean, we were sitting. They literally set us up a table right next to everyone. What was that?
There's a joke with some Spanish families. He's like, you have the whole family together, but then there's that one person in your family dating the white guy. I'm that.
You're the white guy in the Mexican family.
Oh, he definitely was. He definitely was. That's okay. He
But
can
they
handle
were
his
very
spice at
welcoming.
least.
I handle my spice. He got. Oh, by the way, you know what? I'm surprised you didn't mention this pet peeve. He doesn't like it when I eat his hot Funyuns.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not the
I
fun.
turn around and they
And then I try to mix it with the blue Takis. He got even more mad.
Ew.
Blue Taki. Oh wow.
He don't like Takis.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess we can have Okay, one more question though.
I'm curious. What Amon find the most sexy about fiction?
Good
Oh.
question.
Is it going to be the
What?
beard everyone finds sexy about him?
Oh, that question.
The must. Okay. I want to say it's his eyes,
Oh,
like the way he looks at me. And I always tell him, I said, you can tell a lot about someone just by looking at their eyes, but when I look into his eyes, I find that to be the most sexiest, because when it's there, all I see is that pure love and devotion, and of course other things I'm not going to say because it's not appropriate, but I would say it's his eyes.
I mean, probably something me and
Dora's box.
it's probably me. Something me and Stream has said before. We have
What?
probably talked about it before.
Let's just say my husband did not marry me for my beautiful blue eyes. I'm gonna tell you
not
that.
at all.
See, I don't have blue eyes. I have those. I have
don't
those
like blue
nice
eyes.
hazelnuts.
He doesn't like blue eyes. That's the funny thing. I'm like blonde
I
blue
like
eyes. I'm like,
hazelnuts is a really nice color for eyes.
yeah. Yeah, you have beautiful eyes.
Well, what about guys? What do you think about guys with hazel eyes?
That's me.
Yeah, I found that sexy. Much more than blue.
But not blue eyes.
Blue
I
eyes
feel
is
offended.
kind of annoying. I think is the only thing that you see.
Annoying. Damn.
I know. I had that same reaction, dude. I know. I've been there.
It's just when you look at the guy and he have blue eyes, it's the only thing that you see at the guy. Is his eyes is like too blue and it's
It
just.
pops.
And when it's hazel, it's just blending in perfection.
Like
Okay.
green eyes.
I got hazel. But me and Whiplash have hazel in real life.
Oh,
We do.
Yeah.
I love my hazel eyes.
It looks pretty good if there's like light from the sun that's hitting our eyes. You'll see why it's actually pretty. But anyways, I guess we can start off with one more last question. This is for... You know what? Let's go with... For the single ladies over here.
Oh, single lady. God damn it! I'm the one who thought of it.
All the single ladies.
Look, Cole and me, so gay back there.
Oh, that was actually when we walked out the aisle after the wedding. We actually put that song. If you like, you gotta
Do you
put
kinda-
a ring on it. If you want.
You know what? Don't even remind me. You know what? The audience is probably gonna hate me for mentioning this, and you guys might too. Remember that video, all the single furries?
Oh no!
Okay.
yeah, I remember that.
See, this is what I like. This is what I like. This is why I wish there was some kind of like brain bleach where I can just erase that from my memory.
It was bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I've
It
heard
was so
about it. I
bad.
never watched it though.
I'll
Amon,
have
please
to
do
show it.
yourself a favor.
Sounds
Never
like I'm lucky for not having
fiction.
seen it,
Do not,
so-
do not destroy his eyes. do not show him that.
That's okay. I wouldn't watch it anyway. It's kind of like the
curse video.
It's kind of like the
It is curse
Human
video.
Centipede. I won't ever
Here's
watch
the thing
that
is,
movie.
here's the thing is, that's like one thing that I would agree on that should be on the furry cringe compilation. I will not even blame them for doing that, which I'm sure it is.
It pretty much is almost everywhere. But I was going to. But that wasn't my last question I wanted to say. But I just thought it'd be kind of be appropriate to bring up because we're talking about relationships, singles, Valentine's Day, that kind of thing. But to the serious,
I'll say single if someone's saying that to me.
I probably would too. But my last question to you guys is, and this is just this is from the singles perspective. Do you guys mind, or do you guys mind? Well, do you not mind if you see your friends being very romantic in front of you? Do you have a problem with it? Does it bother you guys emotionally? Or I'll start out with Besani.
Oh boy.
Good question.
That is a really
Very good
good
answer.
question. It really kind of honestly depends on my mood that day. Like, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and like, there are days where, sure, like, we're all sitting here right now, you've got your boyfriend on your lap, you guys are being cute, and I think it's absolutely freaking adorable. Then there are days where, like, I'll look at people who are like being cuddly and cute with each other, and like, it almost hurts. Honestly, because it just having been through a divorce, and then B, I've been single the last 5 years, and it's just kind of like, it's a yearning that I get that, I really wish that could be me, and it's almost not fair that it's not me, but like it doesn't detract from, like, I will always be happy for people. I will always be happy for couples. But one of these days, it just is. Some days, it hurts seeing it.
All right.
Spin me right round, baby, right round.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd agree with Bethany on that one. There's some days where I don't mind seeing it, and there's some days where, for some reason, I'll have the yearning to actually want someone. Even though I say I like staying single, even though I say that a lot, for some reason the feeling will come up, and I'll see like friends being all cutesy and stuff, and then to me, like, it just doesn't like hurt me somewhat. It makes me like sadistic against those people, even though they're just living their normal lives, being happy together. It makes me kind of like so I normally kind of try to like stay away from that. But that's very rare occasion. That's a very rare occasion when I like do that. I try to stay away from that as much as I can.
I'm the same way. I wasn't gonna say it, but no, I feel that.
Yeah, I'd rather get it out there and just say the truth. It's an unfortunate truth, but it really is the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes you see couples, they're together, like, oh, cute and sweet, and some other days you're like, get a room, get out my face.
Pretty much, that's exactly how it is. It's like, look, especially in VR chat, when you see, I'm like, look, there's a switch in your menu that says world and then private world. Go to it.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
He's a quick learner. He's smart.
But I mean, to be fair, like, even in like me in relationships, I'm usually someone who likes doing very like romantic things behind closed doors. I hate showing public affection unless it's like a hug or a kiss or holding hands. Nothing more, nothing less. That's about it. No like sweet talk.
Okay. Well, I guess that concludes today's episode. Thank you for joining us in today's episode of Top Dogs. Just one. Oh, hang on. I just had something hit my eye. Hang on. Okay. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Top Dogs. Just want the audience to know, no matter what, you are celebrating with or without a partner, no matter what. I feel like Valentine's Day is a time to express your love, regardless if it's with a
No.
a partner or not. You can also express this with your friends too, and your family as well. So take the time for that kind of appreciation for those around you. So this Valentine's Day, make sure to show some special. Oh, fuck, my eye. It got something in my eye again. So no. I don't know if I'm going to finish what I'm saying. It just got something in my eye. So this Valentine's Day, make sure you show someone special just how much you care about them. Why are you laughing? Why you care about them?
I gave him the peanut butter. He was like rubbing it down there.
That's not what I meant by special, but that's a wrap, everybody. Have a good night. See you guys
You guys take
next
care.
week.